What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tino here, as we're here for this Tuesday afternoon episode, as we are still not live for NXT. NXT will be coming back very soon, as the new schedule will go into effect in February, and I'm excited for that to begin. But before we get to that, and before we begin the road to the Royal Rumble, or before we begin the road to the WrestleMania in Philadelphia, to WrestleMania in Philadelphia, we have the Royal Rumble. In less than 2 weeks, there are a lot of things left to be decided. So I thought today it'd be fun to have a little bit of fantasy booking episode. Shout out to my man SCW Steve for the idea, as he does a lot of fantasy booking episodes. So definitely go check out SCW Steve over there on YouTube. But we're going to do our own today. I got 14 matches that I have come up with. Some that are, I think, really good. Some that are just funny that I saw that people posted that I thought would be funny to share with you, and matches that I really do believe that will happen this year at WrestleMania. So we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to get to the chat. We're going to get to all that good stuff. And then I'm going to start telling you all of my WrestleMania ideas for this year in Philadelphia, as we are a week and a half away to the Royal Rumble, which officially begins the road to WrestleMania. And we'll get our countdown every single week, and it's going to be a good time. But let's get to the chat. What's up, April? What's up, Chumblebee? Chumblebee out there using the emotes. I appreciate you. Everybody, if you have not yet, go become a member so you could be like Chumblebee and April, and you could use some of those emotes. Now that we do have a few more members, we can add more emotes, so I'm excited to add a few more. We also got Daniel in the house. What's up, Daniel? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. So, guys, now that we got all that out of the way, continue to comment. Let me know what you guys think. What are some of your WrestleMania 40 plans? What do you guys think is going to happen? Do you think it's going to be Roman and Cody? Do you think it's going to be Cody and Roman? Is it going to be The Rock and Roman? I know I said Cody and Roman twice. Rock and Roman, Cody and Roman. John Cena versus Roman. It might be Gunther versus Roman at this stage. We don't know. So, let's go over a bunch of matches that I have, and I want to hear what you guys think in the comments about what you guys got going down for WrestleMania. We got the 12 Mando in the house. What's up? Appreciate you stopping by, bro. Thank you so much. Well, let's get to it, guys. In the first match I got here, we haven't seen this woman debut yet, but I think what she does, she's going to be the baddest bitch on the planet, and her name is Jade Cargill, which I think she'll debut in the Royal Rumble, but I think she has her first WrestleMania match against the EST of WWE, and why not? Because you guys know how much I love stipulations. Let's make it a last woman standing match, just for the heck of it. Let's see Jade Cargill cost Bianca at WrestleMania, or at the Royal Rumble, after Jade makes her debut. Let's see Jade and Bianca just have a great rivalry for a few months, and have it all lead to WrestleMania in Philly in a last woman's standing match. No title on the line. We have a few other title matches that I think that will happen, but just a regular, I've talked about it before, guys. Why don't we have women rivalries in WWE? Why does the title got to be on the line? Why does something like this? Why can't two women just hate each other like two guys hate each other and just battle for bragging rights and being better than that person? So Bianca and Jade, WrestleMania, book that shit. And let's see Bianca and Jade have a great way to introduce Jade to the WWE. Now, this match, I don't know if it will be for a singles match, if it will be for a title. But in this case, I have it not for the title, but I also do believe that it could be for the title. So the title match that we talk about for the title, I think it could go either way, where this match is for the title and the other match is not for the title, or this match is for the title, and yeah. So let's go over it real quick. But it is the Ring General Gunther taking on Brock Lesnar. A lot of these matches do have stipulations. Obviously, a lot of them really won't in reality, but I do believe that we could have a lot of stipulations at WrestleMania. Remember, WrestleMania is 2 nights. So I'm not going over which night I think these are going to be on. I'm just more or less going over the matches that I think will happen. So, and then maybe at the end, maybe I will predict on, and if this was the match card, how I would book it as night 1 and night 2. So Gunther and Brock Lesnar, I quit match, but this one is not for the title. I do believe that Gunther could hold the IC title until WrestleMania. He did just declare for the Royal Rumble last night on Raw. I didn't really understand that because, as I always talk about, I don't understand why mid-card champions and stuff like that are in a Royal Rumble match when they are should be defending their title at WrestleMania. But maybe Gunther will lose the title, and maybe Gunther won't win the Royal Rumble, and we will see. Gunther and Brock Lesnar have the match we've all been wanting, except in an I Quit match. So what do you guys think? Gunther and Brock Lesnar in a I Quit match at WrestleMania? I think we do that. But for the IC Championship, I've heard a few people say that this man should win it. And why not? Let's do it. And let's have it brother versus brother for the Intercontinental Championship, everybody, in a championship match. It's brother versus brother. It's Jey Uso, the champion, the one and the only, taking on his brother, Jimmy Uso, as they obviously, I think they're leading up to a WrestleMania match. Either way, do I believe it will be for the IC Championship? No. But if it is, I'm all for it. So, brother versus brother, IC champion. Let's get this thing going. And let's hit it with main event Jey Uso against his brother Jimmy on the grandest stage of them all in Philadelphia. So, now let's go to the next match. And it is for a championship also. It is for the Women's Championship, or the World Women's Championship. It is the match that we saw be teased last night. It is Becky Lynch, the man. I don't know why Leo don't think that Becky Lynch is a main eventer. I don't understand, but I believe that she is a main eventer. And I think a match that Becky Lynch is in is always a main event match. She's big time Bex. She's the first woman to win the world titles at WrestleMania. She's done phenomenal things, from being the last kicker to being the man to being this to doing that, and everything that she's doing. I don't care what Leo's got to say. Becky Lynch deserves a main event, and I think she will be taking on Rhea Ripley. They teased it last night, and I do think that that's what we are leading to for WrestleMania 40. Rhea Ripley taking on Becky Lynch for that Women's World Championship. Now, a match they haven't started teasing yet, but they are kind of teasing it in a way. We kind of see this group disbanding, and I don't know how they're going to get to it. I've said it in the past and how I think that the other person is going to be like the leader, but it is for the Women's Championship. It's Bayley, the one herself, taking on her former BFF Io Sky. And as I say that, I've said it in the past, I believe that Dakota Kai is behind all of it. Dakota Kai and Bayley have been friends for a lot longer. We saw them come in together, just like with Io Sky. We saw Dakota. She's not been the best of friend in the past. We remember with Tegan Knox in Chicago in 2019 at War Games. She turned her back on her. So what's not saying that she'll do that to Bayley? She did it to Raquel Rodriguez, Raquel Gonzalez, whatever you want to refer to her as. Bayley, Io Sky for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania. I do believe that Bayley could win the Royal Rumble, and in this case, Bayley does win the Royal Rumble, but Bayley, Io Sky, World Championship match, WrestleMania. I know Chris would be happy because I know Becky would be standing tall, Bayley could be standing tall at the end of WrestleMania with that championship. So, Io Sky, Bayley, I think they could put on an absolute banger of a show. But the next match, I figure, let's take a break from matches that I think are going to happen, and let's talk about a match that I think that would just be hysterical if it happened, and I would love to see Leo's rant if it really did happen. Obviously, last night, we did not see Jinder Mahal win the world title. But what if in an alternate universe he did? What if Jinder Mahal won last night, guys? Obviously, we saw Seth Rollins get hurt, maybe, and hopefully, Seth, please be okay, bro. We need you for WrestleMania. We don't want to see Seth get hurt. Hopefully that injury is nothing serious. They did say he was limping a little, but he wasn't on crutches or anything else like that. So we're going to have to see. But hypothetically, Seth Rollins lost last night. We're sitting here today on Tuesday with a new world champion. And if we got a new world champion, that means that world champion is going to have something to do at WrestleMania. Now, Jinder Mahal is your world champion. I'm going to be like a symbol here and kind of use like an alternate universe where Jinder Mahal wins the world championship, and he's coming out, he's doing his thing and everything else like that. Well, what if Jinder Mahal came out next Monday? Again, alternate universe. Jinder Mahal is our world champion right now. Seth Rollins really is. He won last night, but this is just for the fantasy booking idea. Hypothetically, Jinder Mahal standing out next week. He's standing out. He's like, I'm the modern day Maharaja. I'm the guy, the man, the myth, the legend. I'm doing my thing. And then what if we hear the noise that we never thought we would hear? And the last time we saw these guys together, they were BFFs and they were in a band together. What if we saw Drew McIntyre? I know Drew McIntyre's been having that little beef with Seth Rollins, been going back and forth, or Cody. Well, no, I'm sorry. He's been having a beef with Cody Rhodes and everything else like that. But what if we saw Drew McIntyre come out and have a little promo saying how he wants the world title, he wants to have it, and he wants to be the guy to main event WrestleMania, as he still never did, because at the last time he was at WrestleMania for a world title, it was obviously COVID and there were no fans. So what if we see that? And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, because who knows in this alternate universe where and why and how this happened, what if we hear the guy that got kids, everybody, and he is back in WWE. Heath Slater is back, and they set up a triple threat main event world championship match, as it is the three members of 3MB. It's Heath Slater, it's Drew McIntyre, and it's Jinder Mahal. Can I bring the band out? Give me my air guitar, and let's have ourselves a party, as it will be a 3MB main event championship match at WrestleMania. Guys, imagine if this really happened. I'd shit my pants. Not really, though. I just found this picture, and I thought it'd be so funny to share with you guys. So, Seth Rollins is still your world champion, but if that alternate universe really happened, it would be kind of crazy. But it did not, and Seth Rollins is our champion, and let's hope we do not see a 3MB World Championship triple threat match at WrestleMania. Let's hope we don't do that. We don't want any of that, because that's just not what we're here to do. So we went over 2, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go over one more match, and then I'm going to go to the chat to see what everybody is saying. How's everybody feeling? What do you guys think about this? Do you guys enjoy episodes like this? If you do enjoy episodes like this, make sure you go hit that like button. You go and share it. Go and tell all your friends and your family to go and hit that button. Guys, we are only 19 subscribers away to 1,500. So if you have not yet, guys, hit that subscribe button and let's join the nation. That is Tino's Nation. And let's get to 1,500 by next week when we begin this road to WrestleMania and let's hit 1,500 before we get to Royal Rumble. So let's go over one last match that I do believe this match is going to happen. And as long as yesterday everything is okay with our guy Seth freaking Rollins, I think it's the match you guys all know that's going to happen. It's for the World Heavyweight Championship. It is Seth freaking Rollins, the world champion that's defended his title way more than Roman Reigns. He's done his thing left, right, center. It's Seth freaking Rollins taking on the man that we never thought we would see in WWE ever again. Last time we saw him before November was the 2014 Royal Rumble. And then on a cold night in Chicago in November, the man, himself, best in the world himself, CM Punk, has returned home in Chicago at Survivor Series. And now he's on a collision course to try to finish his story at WrestleMania. He wants to enter the last match he was ever in WWE on a premium live event pay-per-view, which was the 2014 Royal Rumble, where he was eliminated by Kane, and then we were to never see him again until November at Survivor Series. So, CM Punk winning the Royal Rumble, the match that he never really got eliminated from. He was eliminated by somebody that was already eliminated from it. So, CM Punk winning that Royal Rumble, picking Seth Rollins, World Championship match. CM Punk, main event in WrestleMania, like we all thought he would eventually, and he deserves to. Maybe CM Punk finishes his story before Cody Rhodes. So we're going to have to see. But this is, I feel like, an obvious one. I feel like you guys all know this more likely match will be going down, and it will be happening at WrestleMania in Philadelphia in a few months. So let's get to the chat. Let's see what everybody's doing. How we feeling? What's everybody's got? Jadis is back in the house. What's up, Jadis? Thank you for stopping by, Mr. Jadis Young. Appreciate you. You're the GOAT. He says, Jason Kelce has retired. How do you feel? Is he the best tight end? Wait. Jason Kelce is not a tight end, Jadis. Jason Kelce is a Jadis guy. Travis Kelce is Jason Kelce is the offensive lineman. I think you're talking about yeah. We have an NCAA football college debut real quick. Let me go see what this is about. I just got a notification. Oh, I don't. They're not. You're not showing me. You're not. Tell me what day it is. Tell me when does college NCAA come out? That's what I want to know. It will come out July 12th. Everybody, July 12th. Get your college game ready and let's play some college football. Let's get it. So we got that. But best center. I mean, I do think I do believe that he is one of the best centers in the league. Yes. Brock should be back Friday. I think Brock Lesnar is going to show up in the Royal Rumble, is what I think is going to happen, to be honest. So, yeah. I think that he'll show up at the Rumble. Chumblebee saying, what's up, April? What's up, April? What's up, Miss April? What's up, Chumblebee? We got our big moderators in the house. So, oh my God, now everyone's saying Eagles were in Cancun the whole time they played yesterday. Long off-season, September. Ain't till 9. Bro, how do you think I feel? My team didn't even make it to the playoffs. But, hey, at least your team played one more game, right? So that's good. But, yeah. Seth was walking on his own. Yes, that's the best news. That Seth was able to walk on his own. Because if Seth was not able to do that, then we would be having a longer and bigger conversation about everything else. So, yeah. But Seth was able to walk on his own. So hopefully Seth Rollins will be okay, good enough, and good to go for WrestleMania. Mao Chumblebee. CJ Stroud had more playoff wins than Dak because CJ Stroud is... That's so funny that CJ Stroud has more playoff performances than... That's so funny. Now you're really fantasy book. Heck yeah, that's what this is about. Fantasy booking. Let's go. He says Eagles season is over. I'm like 9 months, and that's a long way. It's okay, Jadis. We're in this together, bro. CM Punk, Seth Rollins. Like I said, I feel like that was the most obvious one. Fun fact, Roman had 11 matches in 2023, but Seth is really doing a good job. I think that's kind of crazy. I'm surprised you don't have Liv doing anything for Mania. I would have had her face Valhalla because we saw Liv. Well, okay, so I do have a lot of thumbnails, but there are some thumbnails that I do not have that I do believe that we could still see some people compete in. But these were just matches I was able to find, and some I were able to create and everything else like that. I do believe that we will see Liv Morgan in some shape or form. I don't know if it will be maybe they do like a women. Again, I wish what they would do, and this would solve everybody's issues. And I want to say this because I want to put this out there after this episode is over. Why? Why don't we have and get rid of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view? Get rid of it, scrap it, throw it away, and let's put the basics where the basics always work. Let's put the Money in the Bank matches back at WrestleMania. You do the women's night 1, you do the men's night 2, you do the men's night 1, you do the women's night 2. Because then you could have a women's Money in the Bank. We could put people like Liv Morgan, Candice LeRae, Tegan Knox, probably Natalya, Raquel Gonzalez Rodriguez. We could put Valhalla. That would be 7 women right there that I just named off the top of my head. There's a WrestleMania match. Ta-da. And then for the men, we could have guys that, maybe like a Bronson Reed. We could have a guy like Carmelo Hayes making his debut at WrestleMania. Grayson Waller, Austin Theory. We could put Gable, Otis. We could put, if they didn't get rid of Rick Boogs, they could have put Rick Boogs in there. Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits. There are ways to put these people in there. So if I'm going to book anything for Liv Morgan or any of those women, I do believe that bringing back the Money in the Bank match for WrestleMania would make the most sense. The most sense. So you guys let me know. What do you guys think? Do we bring back the WrestleMania Money in the Banks? And again, I think that's a way to get 14 people on the card instead of having some stupid Andre the Giant and Women's Battle Royal on the pre-show. Gunther has had more matches than Roman. Yes, he has, because he's the GOAT. Shit, Rhea or Roman, who has had more matches? Because probably Rhea still. Here's an interesting fact. You live Liv, even with her being out half year, had almost 40 more matches than Roman. That's sick. I think it is. I think that's a good match. I just think, well, I don't know which one you're talking about. I just hope Roman loses. I can't stand Roman. Tino is the guy. I appreciate you. Is having the best rookie? Yes, he is. I just worry that next year he won't be as good. Eagles probably the Cowboys, because the Eagles weren't doing so good. So the fact that the Eagles came out and shit the bed as much as they did, I think that, people weren't expecting the Eagles. I mean, they were kind of expecting the Eagles to do it, but nobody was expecting Jordan Love to go out there and make the Cowboys look like cowgirls. Dang it, Drew, why can't you let us have a Priest World Champion? Why get rid of it? Oh, I agree. Why do you want to get rid of the whole pay-per-view? Okay, because why? Okay, hear me out here. Okay, because I'm going to put some water in my thing. Hear me out here. Priest, say Money in the Bank was at WrestleMania last year. And I know this sounds stupid, but just hear me out. So, Priest, he wins the Money in the Bank. Say they had it at last year's WrestleMania. Say they never got rid of it. Again, another hypothetical. This is what this episode's about. Sitting here fantasy booking stuff. Hypothetically, they have a Money in the Bank match last year. Damian Priest wins it, and he has a full year to cash in. So you know that he has until WrestleMania 40. Okay. It has been like 7-8 months, I think. I have absolutely no remember. I'd have to go look at my live streams to remember when the hell Money in the Bank was. Was it in June? Was it in July? Was it in August? I have no idea. I forgot. And again, I'm saying this more or less because people are going to be like, okay, so how long does he have until he cashes in? And that's a real thing. You have 1 year to cash in. It would make life so much easier to watch the WrestleMania and be like, okay, Damian Priest wins, and he has until WrestleMania 40. Because if you ask a normal WWE fan, they aren't obsessed like we are. We know when every pay-per-view is. We know when every event was. We know when this match happened. We knew when everything else like that. So if they're at WrestleMania and you tell everybody, like, I'm talking to Chumblebee. Chumblebee does not watch wrestling like we do. I just make him watch it a lot more than he likes to. So if I tell Chumblebee, I'm like, hey, bro, Priest is going to cash in Money in the Bank. Chumblebee's like, oh, cool. How long does he have to cash it in? I'm like, okay, when the last Money in the Bank pay-per-view was. He's going to be like, well, when's that? I'll be like, I forgot. But if I tell him it was WrestleMania 39, Chumblebee's going to be like, okay, it's WrestleMania 40 season now. He has until WrestleMania 40 to cash in. So it would make it simpler to remember when the cash-in has to expire. It would make it 2 matches at WrestleMania every year that we knew we could look forward to. And there could be things that we could see lead up to WrestleMania with the Money in the Bank matches like we've seen in the past. And it just is so much fun. So that is why I believe they should get rid of the pay-per-view. That is why I believe they should have it at WrestleMania, one night men, one night women, and then let's do it like that. So you guys let me know. Where do you have Gunther losing his belt? Honestly, First of all, big facts, Shade. There's only 9 likes. I saw 15 people in here at once, guys. Come on, hit that like button if you have not yet. Minimum 30 likes. Hit that like button. Where do I have Gunther losing the world title? I have Gunther losing the world title and possibly, maybe, just maybe, the Elimination Chamber. Remember, guys, we will be up for the Elimination Chamber, nice, bright, up and early for that pay-per-view premium live event that will be WrestleMania, or that will be the Elimination Chamber in Australia. And I think if they were going to do it, maybe they have it and they do that. And again, we could see Jay come out. We haven't seen Jay come out in a minute. Maybe Jay comes out. Maybe Jay is the one to eliminate Gunther in the Rumble. Maybe Jay comes out the night after the Royal Rumble. I don't know. I think, again, and this is more or less for what the booking idea, but again, we could see we could see Gunther not lose it, and we could see Brock Lesnar and Gunther fight at WrestleMania for the IC title. I think either way it would be good, but if they want to add a little, to the bloodline, it should be interesting to see what happens. Triple threat: Becky, Liv, and Rhea for the world title. For the men, I would have Brock, Cody, and Roman. I just do not think that you could have two champions. Again, it's been done in the past. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. It's been done in the past, but I just do not believe that you could have two triple threat championship matches. Again, you could do it, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's right. It was because I was in Wisconsin. We were watching that pay-per-view from Wisconsin. That's right. July. Okay, that's right. Okay. Yeah, so it was July. So he has until July to cash in. But if Jadis did not just tell me that, I honestly would forget. I hear you. I couldn't even remember. That was the only thing I'm saying. He said, my bad. I'm just saying, you just got double check. I'm not yelling, right? I'm just saying, double check, hit that like button, all that good stuff. It helps more people come in the chat. So everything else like that. But we've caught up now on the chat. Keep leaving your comments, your concerns. I'm going to go over the last 7 matches that I have planned, that I have set, or I guess 6 matches because I accidentally downloaded 2 of the same. So we have, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 6 more matches. And like I said, some of them I think more or less will happen. Who knows what night they will happen on. But I will be at the end of this show once we get through all these matches. I am going to book night 1 and night 2 with 7 matches on both nights. So let's get to the next match. And it is for the U.S. Championship. And I do not believe Kevin Owens is winning at the Royal Rumble. So I'm going to say that the man, the Maverick himself, the YouTube sensation, Logan Paul, carries that U.S. Championship all the way to the grandest stage in WrestleMania 40. 1 year later, can't even believe it's already been a year since Hollywood. But 1 year later, Logan Paul went from facing Seth Rollins. Now, he will be going to be defending that U.S. Championship against the megastar himself. Can I get a, let me talk to you, dummy? Yeah, it's L.A. Knight. Yeah, L.A. Knight, Logan Paul, U.S. Championship. Book it, WrestleMania. Let's do it. Let's have ourselves a good one. And let's book Logan Paul, LA Knight, WrestleMania for that U.S. Championship. And let's see LA Knight get a championship that we know he rightfully deserves. Now, let's get into another Logan Paul match. Hypothetically, Logan Paul is not the U.S. champion. And maybe we see the U.S. Championship match again be defended on a ladder match. I think that would be kind of cool. Again, you could have guys like Bronson Reed, Chad Gable. You could have Tozawa. You could have, there's so many guys and so many options that we could have if we were going to have a ladder match for the U.S. Championship. And hypothetically, say they do have a ladder match. Say the champion is somebody that we're not thinking of. Maybe Santos Escobar wins it and everything else like that. So let's say that we see the 2 megastars of the WWE, the 2 biggest celebrities that have done 2 great matches at more matches at WrestleMania. One just had a phenomenal match in Puerto Rico. So let's do Inside Hell in a Cell. Let's do Bad Bunny, the man himself, taking on Logan Paul and a guy to see who can make the moment bigger, Bad Bunny or Logan Paul. WrestleMania 40, Hell in a Cell. Let's see Logan Paul jump off the cage, and let's see Bad Bunny do a Canadian death drop in the ring. I'm all for it. So let me know what you guys think about this match. Logan Paul, Bad Bunny, WrestleMania, Hell in a Cell. I like it. But another match that we got, and I do believe that this is the match we're going to get, but I will tell you another match I think that we will get too. I think it is going to be Mask versus hair. It is the battle of the Mysterios. It is Rey Mysterio taking on his bastard son, Dominic Mysterio, in a mask versus hair match. If Rey loses, he's got to take off that mask. But if Dominic loses, we get to shave that head and we get to watch Dom cry on the grandest stage of them all. It's father. It's son. It's for bragging rights. You don't talk to my wife that way because I'm going to beat that ass. Unless R-Truth has anything to say with R-Truth could be even in the ladder match for the U.S. title. But maybe we'll see R-Truth still making that money for Judgment Day. And who knows? Maybe R-Truth will be an honorary member of Judgment Day by then. So, Dominic, Rey Mysterio, WrestleMania, let's do it. So, obviously, also, guys, we have a tag team match. I do not have a tag team match on here. So, if we were going to put the tag titles on the line for both the men and the women's, I am hoping that we see Katana Chance and Kaden Carter hold the championships until at least WrestleMania. And I hope that we've seen it be done in the past. Maybe they have a fatal four-way women's match. Maybe we see Zoe and Shayna. We see Natalya and Tegan. We see Maxine and somebody else. We see Chelsea and Piper. Maybe we see like a fatal five-way tag team match for the women's championships. That would be very interesting. So that is for the women's championships. Now for the men's tag team championships, I've heard rumors of them possibly splitting them up. So if they do that, hypothetically they do split them up. What if we get a tag team turmoil match, or we get a tournament leading up to WrestleMania where all of the tag teams from Raw and SmackDown fight. And for SmackDown side, we see them have it, and they have a tournament to see who will be the new champion. And then we have a tournament on Raw to see who will face the Judgment Day at WrestleMania. Because Damian and Finn in this prediction show and in this fantasy booking show don't have a match. So let's say that we do have, and let's put those titles on the line. In a tournament match where the winners for Raw will face Judgment Day, and the winners of SmackDown will be your brand new Tag Team SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and we'll introduce some new titles or something. So I think that is a few good things that we could have happen. So my last big match before we get to the last two matches that we're going to talk about, which if you have been paying attention, you haven't seen the two matches that we all think will be going down at WrestleMania, but I thought we'd talk a little bit more about it. So before we get to those two matches, let's talk about this match. And this is just a match I want to see be done. I would love to see this match happen. It's the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, taking on the Rattlesnake himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Saturday, April 6th. Sunday, April 7th. I don't care what day it is. Let's see AJ Styles versus Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania in the show of shows, the grandest stage of them all. And let's see it be done. And let's see it happen at WrestleMania in Philly, everybody. It's AJ Styles, a phenomenal one, taking on the beer drinker himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin. So, what do you guys think about that match? Austin, AJ Styles? I'm down for it at WrestleMania. So, now let's get into the last two matches of the card that I have here. And then I'm going to get to the chat. And then I'm going to book the show on how I think it would go for night one and night two. So, let's do. And the last two matches that we have, obviously, we have the one that everybody wants to see and one that some people don't want to see. But it is the one that I want to see. It is The Rock versus Roman Reigns for the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship, or possibly not for the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, it doesn't necessarily need to be, since there are two nights of WrestleMania, and since Roman is the world champion, and we haven't seen Roman in forever, why doesn't Roman compete on both nights of WrestleMania? I think it's only the right thing to do, since he is not on the show all the time. So, Roman, you got to compete on both nights of WrestleMania. And if one's for the title, if it's not for the title, I don't care. Let's make this match happen some way, somehow. Because The Rock don't want to sit at the bar. The Rock don't want to sit at the booth. The Rock wants to sit at the head of the table. So, Rock, Roman, and just for the fun of it, let's make it a tribal combat match. No DQ. Who is the biggest, baddest, and the best of them all in the family? It's The Rock. It's Roman. It's WrestleMania in Philadelphia. I like it. Let's do it. And obviously, the last match that we have here, guys, it is the other Roman Reigns match that everybody wants to see. And we need this man to finish his story in this Pappin. Cody Rhodes very well might win the Royal Rumble, and he might choose to face Roman Reigns once again. But WrestleMania, it's Roman Reigns for the Undisputed World WWE Championship, taking on Cody Rhodes in the main event of WrestleMania Night 2, as we will define and we will decide and see if Cody Rhodes finally finishes the longest story of them all in WWE, and can Cody Rhodes finally conquer the head of the table and become your undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So, let me know what you guys think about this, what you guys think about that. I'm back here. And while we go, I'm gonna be just rambling for a second. I'm going to put this card together real quick. And I'm going to put together and how I believe that we should have the WrestleMania card. So obviously, we would see Cody and Roman night 1 or 2, and we would see The Rock and Roman night 1 or 2 also. So it would be just more or less to see how it goes. So I'm going to do this as fast as I possibly can real quick. But everybody, continue to leave your comments, your concerns, everything else like that. And then we will get to it, and I will let you guys know what I possibly do believe that this match card very well could look like. I'm going to put it like that, put it like this. Trying to have one keep it up. All right, well, we don't need this one because that was just a joke. But the Jinder Mahal, Heath Slater, Drew McIntyre match would be hysterical to have happen at WrestleMania. Just saying. That'd be great. So, let's get to it, though. Keep that Saturday. We'll do this one Sunday. No. All right, that's okay. That's the beast, and yeah. So let's see if I did this right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 6 on night. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3. I want to make sure I have this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we got 12 matches. And then obviously some of the matches I named, I don't have thumbnails for, like the Money in the Bank matches, like the tag team matches, and like the and those matches. So obviously, I think we would have men's, women's Money in the Bank matches on night 1 and night 2. Either way they wanted to do it. I say that we have ourselves, like I said, I don't have a U.S. Championship match. So let's say that they put the U.S. Championship match in some type of match, in some type of like multi-person match. So let's say they do that on Saturday. So we'll have 2 more matches added to Saturday. And then we will have one of the matches, one of the Money in the Bank matches on Sunday. So that would add up 8 matches on Saturday. So 8 matches on Saturday and 7 on Sunday. And obviously, I don't think there's going to be that many matches. I think Triple H will obviously do what he always does, and he will always want to be able to make it a lot shorter. And I feel like WrestleMania this year, guys, may very well be like a NXT TakeOver edition where we see stuff like that happen. So we may not see a bunch of matches, but hypothetically say there are a bunch of these matches. I do see that we got 20 people in the chat right now. So if you guys have not yet, double check. Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're enjoying anything I'm saying. Make sure you guys do all that good stuff for me. But now let me go and let me tell you before we get to the chat, let's go over how I would book this WrestleMania match card. So night one, not in any particular order besides maybe the main event, because obviously I do believe that the main event of night one would be The Rock and Roman Reigns in the tribal combat match. So, not in any particular order except the main event, but let's start off WrestleMania. Maybe you know what? Maybe we'll start off with the Money in the Bank matches. We'll start off with the men's Money in the Bank match on Saturday, or no, the women's on Saturday, and on Sunday we do the men's. So after those matches and after we see the Money in the Bank matches, let's also see on Saturday night, let's put that Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, the EST, against the bad bitch herself, Jade Cargill, in a last woman standing match. Saturday also, let's have AJ Styles take on Stone Cold Steve Austin. Let's have Io Sky take on Bayley on Saturday night. And then we will also be able to see Saturday for the U.S. Championship. Or I guess I do have a U.S. Championship match. That's right. So I do have a U.S. Championship match. But you guys know what I mean. So U.S. Championship match, Logan Paul, L.A. Knight, U.S. title. Let's get it. Then the co-main event, or maybe it is the main event of the night. I don't know if it would be because obviously Rock and Roman would be bigger. But I believe that we would have, because either way, I do not believe that they would main event the ending of the show, but they are considered a main event, and it is Seth Rollins taking on CM Punk for the World Championship at WrestleMania. And then, as I just said, let's end night one with the tribal combat match of The Rock and Roman Reigns. And then night two, Sunday, let's start it off the same way we started Sunday last year. And that was with the Beast Brock Lesnar against the Ring General Gunther in an I Quit match. It's brother versus brother. It reminds me of Matt versus Jeff, but it is a Intercontinental Championship match in this scenario. Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, IC title. Who you got? Brother, Sunday night, the grandest stage of them all in Philadelphia. And then for the Women's World Championship, we have Rhea Ripley taking on Bianca Belair, and we will have to see what happens with those two. And then we have the Hell in the Cell match. Hypothetically, say Logan Paul does not face LA Knight, or he does not face Logan Paul, or Logan Paul does not face LA Knight. LA Knight maybe is in the Money in the Bank match. Let's see Logan Paul take on Bad Bunny inside Hell in a Cell. And then it's son versus dad. It's mask versus hair. It's Rey Mysterio taking on his son, Dom Rey Mysterio, in a hair versus mask match at WrestleMania. And then, as I said, let's have Roman Reigns compete twice. And let's see him defend the World Heavyweight Championship, undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Championship, to be exact, against the American Nightmare himself, Cody Rhodes, for that. And let's see if Cody Rhodes can finally finish the story. Because Cody, please finish the story. We can't wait any longer. So that's what I got. So that is my night one and my night two, and that is my full WrestleMania 40 fantasy booking match card. So let's come back to this episode in and a week before WrestleMania, and let's take a look at what we got right and what we got wrong. And if anything I said on this episode made any idea of sense, or was this just me shooting my ass for 45 minutes and just talking about a bunch of nonsense? But that will be an April question that we will have to see. So we got 50 chats right now. So let's get to the chats. Let's see all of the things that we got. And then we will get to that. Damn, where's it? There we go. Oh, only 9 likes. That's okay. All right, so you got Gunther. Okay, so you think Gunther, LA Knight versus Brock. I mean, I didn't even think about that, but that would be a very interesting match to see go down. He said, I vote for LA Knight. Can LA Knight get his first title? I mean, I hope he can. I think that's like the goal. I really hope that he can because it'd be nice to see LA Knight be able to win a world title. Oh, according to Adam Schefter, Mike Tomlin will be back with the shit. Did you guys see that press conference? That was the most savage press conference I've ever seen in my life. I hope you have a nice day. Drink of water. Yes. Wait, what? A nice drink of water. Huh? Cough syrup. Who's drinking cough syrup? Not a bad match. Probably a dream. I think it's dream match. Again, crazy idea. How about they have the winner of the two battle royals get a world title shot at the time of their choosing? I mean, that could work too. I like the idea, Mask versus Hair. I mean, listen, I'm all for it. And he said no. I mean, this honestly, this very well could be another one that they go with is Carrera versus Hair. I mean, I could definitely see that because maybe Ray doesn't want to take off the mask, but I have heard in other interviews that he did say that he didn't want to take off the mask. R-Truth was crazy last night. To think, Damian went to Triple H. Yes, exactly. Big facts. R-Truth. Big facts. It's kind of like Sami Zayn with the Bloodline. Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. Jadis just took my fantasy booking idea for that women's tag team match and blew it all out of the water. I like this idea better. Sasha Banks, Naomi versus the Katana or versus the KC girls. No, I want the witches to win the title on Friday. I mean, again, do it. Triple threat. What if we get John Cena and Logan Paul? That's very true. I didn't even have John Cena on this match card. Like the fact that I now can make a match card without the greatest of all time. I don't care what anybody says. John Cena, the greatest of all time in my eyes. 16-time world champion is kind of crazy. But I don't know if John Cena will compete at WrestleMania. So that's why I didn't want to put him on there. What if Creed Creed Brothers is champions? I'm all for it. He said not the McDonald's championship. Ooh, Austin and book it. I think that'd be lit. I actually want Priest to cash in on Seth at Mania so we can get a reversal of the heist of the century. Now, I vote for Stone Cold. What if Damian swerves us all and goes for Roman? Wouldn't that be some shit? That would be crazy. Why does Rock's avatar / photo look like a video game? Because it is a video game. My bad. What are you bad about? You're bad about what? I saw CM Punk versus Roman. I do think that could happen at like a SummerSlam or something. You think Rhea has a title match at Mania? I think it will be against Becky Lynch. They started teasing it last night. This is the time, guys. As we've been watching the Royal Rumbles on the Retro pay-per-view, and as I've watched them, like I've noticed, they literally start booking WrestleMania during the Royal Rumble season. Like, obviously, like it makes sense. But like until you actually watch it over and over again and continuously, like throughout the years, like we have been, you really don't notice that until you look at it and you're like, oh my God, it's like literally the same thing. Did I hear you hinder the gender? Yes, the 3MB world title match. Heath Slater, I Got Kids, Drew McIntyre, and Jinder Mahal. Let's do it. My favorite 2K is probably hitting 2K on Tino's channel. I love that game so much. Oh, hitting 2K. Oh, Tino hit. I like that. Yeah, Sir Jadis, I like that. The way R-Truth was dropping money yesterday. Man, he was dropping money in like it was nothing. Now we got 14 likes now. Let's get it. I appreciate you guys. Okay, I will check in. I will be. He said Hassan said I'll be back in April. Check out what Hassan. Yeah, what are you checking out, Hassan? Too Afro-American. I'm all about it. Let's do it. We got NXT Stand and Deliver. Yes, we do. Oh, so CM Punk gets screwed out of his main event just to a comp. Listen. Listen. I didn't say it. You did. I didn't say it. You did. You did. You said it, not me. I wasn't trying to say it. Jadis, why you gotta make it about? Oh God, here we go. Eric, let's not do. Okay, see, this is it. He walked out. Tom was like, "I'm not with you." Bad Jadis. He was dropping money like he was top dollar. So guys, that is, though, the fantasy booking episode that I have here for you guys. That is everything that I have here for you today. That are all the matches that I got everything else for you. But the last thing I will tell you is to remind you what we got going down the rest of the week. And it all starts tomorrow, guys, as we will be back here at 5 o'clock to watch the Royal Rumble 2011 Road to WrestleMania, the first ever and only ever 40-man Battle Royal Rumble match 2011. We got 40 men. Come and hang out. I think we might even have a woman in that one. I think there was a woman in that one, if I'm not mistaken. So, tomorrow, 5 o'clock, come here. Tino's time. Royal Rumble 2011. It's the one and only 40-man Royal Rumble match. And then on Friday, we will be back here for Friday Night SmackDown, everybody, as we have ourselves a great Friday night. And then Saturday and Sunday, we will be here all day long on Saturday and Sunday to watch the 4 playoff NFL games, as we have the Texans, we got the Ravens, we got the Green Bay Fudge Packers, we got the San Francisco 49ers, we got the Bills, we got the Chiefs, and then to end it all, we got the Lions and the Buccaneers. It's going to be the NFC and AFC divisional round of the playoffs. We'll be here all day Saturday, all day Sunday to see who will be moving on to the championship series, as we are getting closer and closer to Super Bowl 58. So that's what we got going down here for the rest of the week and everything else like that. We will have to see about Leo. I don't know what Leo is doing. I guess apparently, guys, if you guys did not hear, if anybody doesn't follow Leo on socials, apparently Leo's YouTube channel got deleted or something. So apparently he has to restart his YouTube completely. So that is not good, because he worked his ass off, and you never want to see that happen. So apparently Leo has to restart his YouTube, so we'll have to see what's going on with Leo. Lamar said so, but we'll have to see it. I don't want to rely on them. So, yeah. But that's all I got here for you today. Remember, guys, we will not be here for tonight for NXT. We will be back with NXT very shortly. I'm going to be sharing the new schedule out once the Royal Rumble is over. And then we will be back to watching the NXTs. And then we'll be doing something different on Wednesdays. It will be the same, but different at the same time. So we'll be doing that. But the full schedule for all of that will come out after the Royal Rumble. But today was the fantasy booking of the WrestleMania match card. So if you have not yet, guys, also go and check out SCW Steve. Shout out to him for giving me this idea. Other YouTubers, Leo, OTM, they've done fantasy booking episodes before, so you want to give them the credit where the credit is due. But on SCW Steve's channel right now, he has the predictions of all of the WrestleMania, or of who I and other YouTubers believe that will win the men's and the women's Royal Rumble. Your boy Tino is involved in that video, so go check out SCW Steve and go watch that video on his channel to go support your boy Tino and go support all the other great YouTubers. So, everybody, that's what we got. That's all we got here for you today. Today's MVP of the channel, it is the one and the only. He's been here all 53 minutes. He's been asking great questions. And it is the man, the myth, the legend. It is, he said, Jonathan Woo. Huh? Jonathan who? I don't know who Jonathan is. But it is Mr. Young. It's the MVP. It's Mr. Jadis Young in the house. Mr. Jadis Young, you are today's MVP. Somebody's got to stop this guy, guys. Somebody's got to be in here more, because Jadis keeps winning the MVP. And at this point, I should just give him a medal. So, I mean, somebody's got to beat this guy in MVP list. But, Jadis, you are today's MVP, so I appreciate it. Guys, as I always like to tell you, remember to become a member of the channel. Leave a super chat or two. Go and get yourself some merchandise on bonfire.com/Tino's time. Go and make sure that you do all that good stuff. But if you can't, make sure you go follow all the social medias on the ticker below. You go and hit that like button on this episode if you have not yet. Go and subscribe, as we are 19 subscribers away to 1,500. So if you have not yet, go and hit that subscribe button, everybody, and join the nation that is Tino's Nation that's taking over the game. we are actually 16 subscribers away. We gained 2 subscribers today. So thank you guys for coming, joining the episode today, hanging out with me. I really do appreciate you guys. But until next time, as I said, hit that like button, turn that subscribe button on, and lastly, turn that notification button on so you know when we go live next, which, as I said, will be tomorrow at 5 o'clock for the 2011 Royal Rumble Retro Watch Along as we watch the one and only 40-man Royal Rumble. Guys, have a great rest of your Tuesday night. Enjoy NXT. We'll talk about it tomorrow. So, as I just said, guys, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow at 5 o'clock for another Retro Royal Rumble episode.